CMM network. The following broadcast is solely for the enjoyment and entertainment of our audience. This is the Blue Collar Minute Men Show. Let's go, Brandon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Blue Collar Minutemen Show. We're just a few guys trying to help keep this country great. And let us just say Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas,
Merry
Bill.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And
Merry Christmas. I mean, look at the weather. I'm outside. It's beautiful.
oh, that's crazy. I would rather have some snow, but hey. So, Bill, you want to show them something real quick?
We got a little something we're going to show you here real quick. Just hang tight just a second.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Let's go
Okay.
I've said it.
Brandon.
Bill, I said it once before. It's like Bugs Bunny messing with Yosemite Sam when he's on the keyboard.
I know.
No, do it.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, man. Yeah, we had to throw that in there. It continues, folks. This circus continues. But today, Bill, we got a special guest that's going to be with us. Is that
Yes,
correct?
we do. We're going to bring on a special guest. He's a young man. Hopefully he represents what's coming, you know, the generation that's coming up. He's a young man. He's a graduate college. He's Luke Ritchie from Lexington, Kentucky. And let's bring Luke on now without any further ado.
All right.
All right, let's see. He's popping in here any minute now. Just take. All right, here he comes.
All right.
There's Luke.
Hey, Luke.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing?
Doing good. How you doing on this nice, sunny, warm day?
I'm good. I'm having a great day, enjoying the warm weather out there for sure.
Right.
I appreciate you guys having me on and everything.
Well, we're glad
no
to have
problem.
you. Just tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
My name's Luke Ritchie. I'm from Lexington. I've lived there pretty much my whole life. I just graduated from UK about 2 years ago, and I just kind of started my career working for a company that produces ankle monitors for sheriff's departments and that sort of thing.
Cool.
Awesome.
We just played a video right before you came in of I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it was a video of the president and the first lady talking to someone on the phone from NORAD to wish them Merry Christmas, and the guy ends his conversation with the president and says, "Let's go, Brandon." Of course, the president responds with, "Let's go, Brandon. I agree 100%. I mean,
I did see that yesterday. I was watching that, and I was at a loss. You know, I just whether he doesn't know or whether he thinks it's funny, I don't know. I mean, it's beyond me on that kind of situation. I mean, I'm at a loss for words on that one. It pretty much sums up everything that's happened to this point in his presidency.
Yeah. I tell Bill all the time, it's like Bugs Bunny messing with Yosemite Sam or Elmer Fudd. I mean, Biden being Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
It's pretty sad to see that's what it's come to. But I mean, I guess we got to deal with it for now. But I mean, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to think that we let some guy run our country like that. That's doesn't even understand the basis of that. I mean,
You know, go ahead, Bill.
no, I was going to say, you got a few questions or anything to?
Yeah, you know, while we're on that subject, I mean, as a young person, you say you're 25, something like?
I'm 24, yep.
Okay, 24. As a young person, and from your perspective, as you seeing how this country is going with the leadership and things the way it is, what is your opinion about this? I mean, I tend to believe that most young people don't actually believe that this is the way the country needs to be run.
Yeah, and that's kind of the good news is, I think a lot of people from my parents' generation, partially your generation, maybe think that the younger generation is kind of leaning far left and think that that's the way that things should be run. And I'm kind of here to tell you that it's not. Obviously, a lot of people, the loud voices out there, do believe that, but there's people like me that don't go around touting everything, but the silent majority is alive and well in our younger generation, just like it is in every other generation. It's still there, even though a lot of people may not think so. In my generation, at least the people that I surround myself with are do see those kind of views, and I think that most people kind of understand that what's going on right now is not what America is, or what it should be. So I think that there's a lot of people in that group that are what we call the silent majority.
Right.
That's good to hear. That's
Yeah, because
encouraging information there.
and Bill, we've pointed out several times, this mainstream media wants to paint a different picture of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke, I think we're seeing that the picture that the mainstream media tries to portray is actually, once again, one of their further lies, because we're starting to see more and more working class people and good people coming out saying things just like you said. It's like, look, this isn't the way it is. This is how I am, and I don't believe in the way this country's going.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, like if you watch the mainstream media, you're not gonna see that picture of the working class America and people who truly believe what America was built on and that sort of thing. You're just gonna see whatever picture they're trying to portray America as, and it's pretty sad just the way things are. Like as you guys can see, I'm not sure all the listeners can, but I have a Donald Trump poster right behind me. And I actually, I work from home some days, and I got to take it down when I'm working, just because people will think that I'm a racist or something like that because I have a picture of Donald Trump up. So it's kind of the way it is right now. But I mean, I don't think it's always going to be like that, because I think that a lot of people in my generation are a little bit smarter than the mainstream media makes us out to be. I'll say that.
Right.
Excellent. The question I got for you, okay, you're just recently graduated from college. You've got a career going. You got a pretty good job. Why aren't you taking advantage of all this unemployment and just hang out at home and
Man, they make it so tempting nowadays to do that, don't they? But no, I always just believe you should work for your living rather than have it handed to you. And it quite honestly pisses me off a little bit that I'm paying for people to stay at home. When I'm out there, a lot of days when I don't want to be at work and I still have to be there. That's just kind of the way you have to do it. You shouldn't just be handed a check for sitting on your couch and watching TV. That's not how that's supposed to work. But it seems that it's gotten a little misconstrued nowadays. That that's what a lot of people and every generation pretty much sees that, is that, hey, if they're going to pay me to stay home, why would I work? And I almost see their point. It's sometimes it's like, if they're just going to pay me to stay at home, why wouldn't I? But that's just not the way it should be. I don't want to be paying for somebody to sit on their couch and sit there and be watching TV.
No,
right.
I agree wholeheartedly. And it's very refreshing to hear someone your age talk that way.
Right. And it also, it seems like the other thing the mainstream media doesn't want people to know is how basic economy works. Your economy cannot support paying everybody to stay at home. That's not how the system of economics, making products, selling products, and then, you know, of course, that whole cycle. The economy can't survive that way.
Yeah, I mean it's just not how an economy can be built. There's just no way you can do that for a long term. And you know, hey, you know, you guys might not have to deal with it. I might not have to deal with it, but a long way down the road, my kids and grandkids are going to be paying for all this COVID funds and everything else that we've been pushing back. And you know, I'll say I'm I guess you could say part of the problem, but because my student loans have been deferred for 2 years now, and you know, I'm not paying it as long as Uncle Joe's going to keep pushing them back. I'm going to, you know, keep pushing them back. But but it's, you know, it's kind of like, you know, eventually somebody's going to have to pay for all this, and
Exactly.
it might not be me or you guys, but you can't do that for a very long time. You can't build an economy on just handing out money.
Right.
Right. I agree totally. What do you got, Elge? I see you thinking over there.
Well, Bill, you and I had talked, of course, Luke, before you come on the podcast. Bill had said something about you wanted to talk too about your experience with COVID, that you actually went through having COVID. And I mean, just tell us about what you experienced with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't even know I had COVID, to be quite honest with you. You know, I myself am an unvaccinated individual, and I didn't know I had it. You know, I went a little bit ago, about almost a year ago, and went and got my antibody test, and sure enough, I had it previously, and didn't know I had it. And I'll say the same thing with, you know, most people my age. They were all asymptomatic, didn't know they had it, maybe had a sniffles here and there. But you know what? That's just something that happens in the wintertime. It happens every year. You get strep throat, you get the flu. It's something that, you know, quite honestly, I think, you know, especially in Kentucky, I think we felt it pretty hard just because we shut down, you know, all of our bars and restaurants and everything like that for absolutely no reason, in my opinion. I don't see any reason why we're limiting capacity for the longest time or anything like that. I mean, it quite honestly made zero sense to me, because it didn't stop people from gathering. You know, I actually graduated college the spring that COVID hit, and you know, they shut down all the bars and restaurants, and you know, that's, you know, where we were on our weekends is the bars and restaurants. And that didn't stop us from gathering and spreading germs just like we always would. You know, it didn't really stop anything other than hurt the economy. And so, you know, especially at that time, I'm graduating school, you know, expecting to get a good job and everything like that, and you come out of school and nobody's hiring. You know, it's just a complete joke that they would, you know, absolutely just upend the economy because there's a bad flu strain going around. I mean, and now we have to deal with this every 2 months or so. They come out with a new variant and make up a Greek letter for it. And I mean, I guess we're on Omicron now, but next month it'll be Rho or something else. And you know, just in time for the midterm elections to hit, just so everybody can mail in their ballots, pretty much is what it comes to me for. So it's like,
Luke, you're really on it, man.
Gotta love this guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with you. It's we get information, of course, like once again, they put out information to us that they want us to hear. And of course, Bill and I and Justin, which Justin couldn't be with us today, guys. Sorry, he had a birthday party to go to. But they put out this information that they want you to hear. And we preach all the times like, look, you've got to look up your information on everything, because they're not giving you the whole truth. You know, if I just give you a bit of information that says that, for instance, hey, that guy was shot going in his house, you know, what do you do with that? That's the way the media is operating. They don't tell you the rest of the story, that it was an elderly man's house and the guy broke into the house and the elderly man shot him with a shotgun. You know, that's just
right.
So, you know, like I said, you know, they'll come out with another variant constantly. And this one that's out right now is supposed to be more contagious, but they don't tell you that it's not as dangerous.
Right. Right. And that's kind of been the theme of the whole pandemic, I guess, most of our nation, most of our government is concerned about our vaccination rate. Well, they failed to look at the number of people who have immunity through infection. And that's been shown by science to be actually even better than a vaccination. So, I mean, we just completely ignore the fact that you've been infected and you're now immune better than any vaccine that they've come out with to date. So it's beyond me that they come out and just ignore that number completely, because that's probably half our population in America has been infected. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's got to be a large number. I know my whole family's been infected, and most of my friends have been infected at some point or another. And that if they make you start flashing vaccine cards, I think that should count.
Well, Luke, I thought it was funny, just here recently, they kept changing everything, and they said, oh, you got to have the vaccination shot and then you'll be good. You'll be good once you get the shot. And then it was like, well, you got to have the 2-shot shot and then you'll be good. Then you'll be good. And then it was like, once you had the 2-shot shot, well, now they're saying you got to have the booster along with the 2-shot shot. And now you're going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they keep upping it, and it, sure enough, probably in 3 or 4 months, there's going to be another variant, because this is a rapid mutating virus, like any other coronavirus is, according to the science. And there's going to be another variant here soon, and they're going to say take your 4th shot, and it's going to be a thing where it's every month you got to go and take your medicine. I don't think that's I'll just say, thank God we don't live in New York City, where you have to show one to do everything that I like to do. At least we're not to that point, and the rest of America is not there to this point. But I mean, I don't know what I would be doing if I was in New York, because you can't go out to eat, you can't go to a movie, you can't do anything like that, just because I chose not to take a shot that I don't feel that I truly need.
Right. Bill, did you have something?
No, I just, what I don't understand is how in some parts of the country it's like, oh my God, everybody's dying, and then in other parts of the country everything's wide open. Like, I know, Luke, you and I will be next week at this time, we'll be down in Florida. Everything's wide open.
Go DeSantis.
Yes, well, everything's wide open. People are not dying. I was just there in September. I was there in July. Elgin, you and I were both there in July.
Yes.
No one's wearing masks. No one's falling dead in the streets. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we'll be down there this time next week, but I know that I went down there January of last year, when we were closing restaurants and bars and everything here, and you could go down there and you didn't know there was a pandemic going on. I mean, they didn't wear masks, they didn't limit capacity, they didn't social distance, and sure enough, we made it out alive. Will, you went there in July, and you came back here safely to Kentucky, and and you did what you wanted to do down there. And in Kentucky, we weren't as lucky for part of the time, but I will say we were better than places like New York City, where you have to flash your vaccination card just to go out to eat, but you don't have to flash your ID to vote. So,
right.
Great point.
Well, at least we're not Australia either, because I feel like we're going to have to go rescue Australia. Somebody's going to have to lead a few troops over there.
Yeah.
Those people are in camps.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got about 12 minutes left. Let's give Luke the floor. He said there's a few things he would like to express. Let's just give him the floor and let him go with the flow here.
Well,
Go ahead.
we kind of touched on most of it there. That obviously, we started off talking about our president there. I don't agree with anything that's going on with that whole situation. But my real thing is the COVID whole situation. I just think that it's it's almost criminal what they've done to, you know, at least it's a lot better now where they aren't shutting down bars, restaurants, and that sort of thing. But you know, just come the elections, they're going to be pushing a new variant to, you know, try and push these mail-in ballots and no ID checks and everything like that. And it's just a big scheme to, you know, get the Democrats elected in the fall. And I just think that that's, you know, just quite honestly criminal. And it's crazy that we've let it come this far. And we talk about the mainstream media. You know, they're always pushing something else going on, telling you how bad this is and how bad that is. You know, for the average American that's not out there looking up and doing their research, if you just watch the news, you're going to be hypnotized by whatever they're telling you. Whether it's good or bad, you know, they can push whatever image they want down your throat, and as long as, you know, if you're not somebody that's out there doing your research, you're just going to believe whatever they tell you. So, you know, that's kind of the basis of all the problems there. Is they can paint whatever image they want to, and it's quite honestly pretty sad.
Exactly. I mean, it's everything from and people are buying it. It's what I don't get is how can you buy? I mean, anyone that comes out and speaks the truth is spreading lies, spreading false, and the news will say, you know, this person, they don't know what they're talking about. And the guy's got like 4 PhDs. He's a chemist. He's whatever. Oh, he don't know what he's talking about. They just immediately discard anybody that says anything against the narrative.
Dr. Fauci's right.
Oh yeah, Fauci's the man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of like, you know, if somebody you think is smart or whatever with a doctor behind their name, you're gonna believe them. And you know, I just know from my experience, you know, I just graduated school, and you know, as you guys probably know, all professors, 90% of them are far liberal, pretty radical, and all that kind of thing. And they say those sorts of things in class. So you know, if you're not, you know, somebody who does your research, you're going to take your professor's word for it. You know, I know, for instance, I had this is my freshman year of college when Donald Trump got elected. I had a professor who canceled class the next day and said, if you guys need to take a few days for your mental health because of the results last night, feel free to. And it was like, you don't need to bring politics into school one way or the other. It's just not something that needs to be taught. You don't need to be teaching that.
Right.
Exactly.
Elgin, what year is your daughter in?
She's actually, well, this is her, she would be finishing up her junior year this spring, but the way she did her classes, she's actually graduating in May. But she's going to graduate and she's going to continue to go on and get her master's.
Right.
Luke, my daughter is at
She's
UK.
at UK.
Yeah. And she's going through epidemiology, which that's dealing with everything we're dealing with now.
Right.
But I have to say she's kept her head about her. And it seems like from what she's told me, the professors of her epidemiology class, they actually know that this is bull crap. They know that this virus is bull crap because, like you were saying, the science doesn't match. The government says this, and what they're actually testing in the lab says this. So they're not making the connection. It's like, you know, that's not right. So she's actually kept her head about it. She knows it's bull crap. And she knows she's not been vaccinated either. And the college makes her go and get tested like once every 2 weeks or whatever it is. But
well, I'm glad to hear that they're actually teaching science in school. You know, that's good that my epidemiologists are going to know. You know, because the rest of the world are they follow science when they want to, and you know, a lot of people sit there and talk about following science, but they only follow half the science.
Well,
right.
It can't be science if you're not allowed to question. That's what science is. I mean,
Right.
questions and answers. And if you can't question it, it's just somebody's opinion.
Yep. Which,
Yeah,
like I said,
Yeah.
lamestream
that's
media.
real good. They're not. Yeah, that's real good. They're not. Trying to teach a political, push a political agenda on you. In that kind of classes, at least, because I know from my experience, I was able to understand that that's somebody that obviously is a very smart teacher, very smart person. They're a professor, but they don't know about everything, especially when it comes to outside of their field, and you start talking about politics in class, and that's something that I quite honestly don't think that should be really taught.
I agree. I definitely agree. Bill, how are we on time?
We're right about there.
Okay. Luke, anything else you want to add to it or say?
Well, I think that's pretty much summing it up. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's been an honor for sure.
We're glad to have you. It was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Great to have a young person's perspective on things and get it out there, because like you said, if you watch the media, all people your age are far left liberals, but it's very refreshing to find out that that's not the case.
Exactly.
I'm good. Or I hope I can shed a little insight. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you guys having me on. It's been an honor.
All right, Elgin.
No problem. Well, that's it for me.
All right. Well, I guess I'll be seeing Luke in about a week. We'll be down to.
That's right.
We're going to the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to watch the.
We'll be down the Free State.
We're going to watch the Kentucky Wildcats go to Florida and take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. I guess that's what they are. But yeah, we'll be down there. Little secret about Elgin. He was a closet U of L fan forever.
Oh no.
Until his daughter decided to go to UK instead of U of L. So.
He came to the light. He came to the light.
He's seen the light.
Yeah, I also got tired of a lot of stuff that was going on. So I was like, I'm done. just with that whole college city thing, I'm like, I'm done. I'm washing my hands.
Oh, you got tired of the scandal of the FBI being there every other week?
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's it from the Blue Collar Minutemen show. Elgin, take us out.
Yeah, we thank you all for joining us as always. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas, because it is after Christmas right now. The new year is upon us, so I hope you all have a Happy New Year from Blue Collar Minutemen. Hopefully we'll start next year off real good on the better note. But hey, listen, check us out on Facebook. We're at BCMM on Facebook. We're also on Spreely. We're on MeWe. We're on BitChute. If you want to look at some of our videos on BitChute, we're still on YouTube. Don't know how that's possible, but we're still on YouTube. They haven't kicked us off yet. And we're also on Rumble. Now, if you're having trouble finding these things, you can go to our website at bluecollarminutemen.com and scroll to the bottom of the page, and there will be a link down there for our videos and our latest videos. Also, I want to advise you as well that if you go over to our Contact Us page on the website, we now have a section for links. So things that we discuss on the show and where we get our information, we'll have those links on the page. That way you can see where we're getting our information firsthand.
Sounds good. All right. With that, we just want to say thank you again, Luke. And that's it for the Blue Collar Minutemen show.
Yep. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah. Thank you.